I want to know, stimulus package. Crist has embraced the stimulus package, obviously. He said it's working. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it is. It's stimulated our national debt. It hasn't done anything to stimulate the economy. It's printed money, it's borrowed money, and we're using it to fund short-term governmental operations. It was a mistake.
What would you have done in the alternative had you been in charge?
Of what?
Of the government. If you had been governor, what would you have done?
I would have spent the money we have. You balance the budget. I would have done what people all over Florida do. I would have done what you do. And that is I would have only spent money that I have.
That would have meant that you would have possibly had $6 billion in budget cuts. What would you have cut?
It would have been difficult. Well, I don't have the budget in front of me. I can tell you we've cut budgets in the years that I were here. The bottom line is, if the state is depending on the federal stimulus dollars to balance its budgets every year, it's in bad shape. I mean, that's not a long-term solution.
You've been critical of some of Crist's policy decisions, not critical of Crist personally, but where do you think he's erred in his judgment as governor? How do you distinguish yourself from him?
Well, trying to implement California-style emission standards and California-style environmental policies. I don't think California these days is the model for anything, much less cap-and-trade type legislation that would have made Florida a poorer state and put us at a competitive disadvantage. I'm not happy with his last Supreme Court appointment. I certainly wouldn't have appointed somebody like Justice Perry. Obviously, the embrace of the stimulus package was a mistake. I think we should have done something more meaningful on property taxes, not just Amendment 1. Something like what we had proposed, the 9 bills we passed when I was Speaker, not the cosmetic measures that were undertaken and have done nothing to stimulate Florida's economy. Those are a handful of them.
How long, do you acknowledge you're in an uphill race here?
No, I acknowledge that I have never run statewide before, and people need to get to know me, so I need to do a lot of events like these. But I also acknowledge we're 13 months away from Election Day, and we have plenty of time to do it. Every single day, we gain more support and more contributors, and I'm confident that at this time next year, you're going to be looking at a very different race.
At this time next year, how confident are you that I am going to be talking, assuming I'm still a reporter, that I'm going to be talking to Marco Rubio as a U.S. Senate candidate?
I'm going to be, assuming I'm still a human being, I'm still around, you'll be talking to me.
As a U.S. Senate candidate?
Yes, that's correct.
You are in this till Election Day.
The likelihood of me switching to any other race is the same as anybody else in these campaigns. Why I would be more likely than somebody else is nothing but, I think, the kind of maneuverings that happen to try to undermine people's campaigns. I am committed to the United States Senate race. I enjoy what I'm doing. Every day I get to go out and talk to people about big issues that face our country. And every day we're getting momentum. So I'm encouraged by what we're doing, and I'm happy in this race.
Fantastic.